So we replaced that oil cooler. It's underneath the intakes, upper and a lower. And these sensors on the brand new one are not functioning correctly. So we're going to put the old sensors from the other one on, because they were working just fine, but the oil cooler itself was leaking oil down the back of the motor. So you have to remove your intake, your throttle body, your upper intake, and your lower intake to get to it. I will try to keep on top of it and get you a video. Yesterday we forgot. Got the intake off. I'm going to pull that throttle body, those 4 bolts around the edge, and that clip. The intake had that clip on it. It's just to push the back, pull out. Same with that one. Push the back, pull it out. Okay, after you get your throttle body off, you have to take these screws off, get the top off. There's one back in here. One there, there, in there, in there, there, and there. You gotta take this vent line off. There's another clip back there. You gotta take it off. There's a mount right there. And then there's a mount here. And you can't really see it, but there's a mount back there as well. You can barely see it. Right there. Okay, so here's cheese. I can't even show you. Off of this mount that I just took a little nut off, on the very bottom there's a 13 nut on both of them. You have to loosen them to get this to pivot out. Okay, there's the plug. You gotta get that hose off, and then there's another hose behind there. As you pull this out a little, back in there. Still can't get a good view of that. There it is. That hose right there. You gotta pull that off. Okay, remove the upper intake. We're gonna get the lower one. You need to undo your spark plugs and your fuel rail or fuel line plugs. Not your fuel line, just the plugs, injectors. Unplug it. Get the wiring harness out of the way. You have a bolt here. Here, here, and back there. Same on the other side. Do not undo these ones, they'll come off with. That's your fuel rail. Then you can get to your oil cooler. We're just going to watch Roro work. As per usual. Right. Found it. I found my feelings. Now you can just screw out a nut. What? Still taking off the lower intake. So there's the lower intake. There's the oil cooler. We pulled the one sensor out already. The other one's back in there. There's the plug for the sensor. It was in there. We're gonna try and pull the other one. It's kind of hot right now. We're gonna let it cool a little bit.